Welcome to Smoky Mountain Taco. Today it's all about automobile diagnostics and battery replacement. Let's get to it. I have my first ever problem with a Taco. When I try to start the engine, it makes a clicking noise. Now, it sounds like it may be the battery, and from what I researched online, it could be the solenoid or the battery or something like that. But this is the sound it makes. So it didn't actually do the clicking noise that time, but it sounds like it may be a bad battery. So if you hear the sound of rapid clicking and the electronics will come on in the truck, apparently that's a telltale sign of something going on with a battery or solenoid. But I did put on my jumper earlier and it may have charged it, so I'm going to turn it off and we're going to try this again. It's having a difficult time starting, and I'm going to put in my BlueDriver into the port, and we're going to actually see what the problem is. Okay, we've got it plugged in. Now let's start up the app on our phone. Okay, let's click on read codes. Let's click all system modules. It found 4 codes. Let's see what they are. So let's start down here at the bottom. Current history, steering lock position signal. Communication with accessory gateway. This code is very common on a 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Open and turn signal circuit. So place turn signal light bulb. Let's see. I could call the last one. This all really sounds like a battery going bad to me. Lost communication with the ECM module. Okay, so if this continues to be reported here, I'm obviously going to replace this or clean this. And it appears from BlueDriver I can actually order it from Amazon directly. So let's just click that link. And right up it shows. So let's click that filter. That's what Amazon brings back, but we'll go look at that again in a minute. Okay, you can see there, clear power source control codes. I do have a radar detector dash cam right here that I did notice that I did leave it on, and I disconnected it from the power, and I'm thinking that may have actually drained the battery. Try to start this up. It's still not quite there yet, but what I'll do is I'll leave it be for the afternoon, and I'll come back later and see if it needs to be charged, where to go from there. In the meantime, I am going to clear the codes on the BlueDriver app. It's trying to connect right there. There it is. In here and just clear them. And of course, when we start the engine, the alternator will charge the battery, just like Dad taught me. But we'll see what this does this afternoon. I'm hoping that my radar detector, leaving it on, just drained the battery, because that is possible. So we'll let this run for a little bit, and we'll check this again this afternoon. Okay, so here's the afternoon test. It's time for a new battery. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get an OEM battery from Toyota and just go that route. I don't trust anything like that other than OEM, because even their coolant will last 100,000 miles. So I'm pretty confident in an OEM battery. Okay, so we're going to remove the battery. This is 10 millimeters. That's 12 on top, but I think that is 10 on the side there. So we'll start with the negative side first, then remove the positive, and remove the EMP protection system. If you want to know more about this, I have another video about the EMP protection system. Okay, so let's remove the top portion here off the positive terminal. This is 12 millimeter. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and remove this off the terminal. Set this bolt to the side. Now we'll remove the 10 millimeter. You don't have to remove it all the way, just enough to pop it off. There we go. Now we need to remove this. So hit this nut here off this long bolt that's keeping the battery down. And we might need a deep socket for that. Okay, that is 10 millimeter. Okay, there it is, it's off. You can see that. So now, set this to the side. You should be able to just, there you go. Now you can take this battery back to dealership and get your $18 cord charge back. Or take it to landfill. So on this hook will go right in there. And this hook will go right in here. Let's clean this off a little bit. Okay, and these on this plastic piece go into these two holes. Okay, sits down right there. Right there, just like that. Now let's tighten this up. All right, that battery's not going anywhere. All right, let's start wiring things back up. So when we take off a battery, we take off negative first, then positive. And then when we put it back on, it's the reverse. So we will start with a positive. Okay. This goes to our Govee Underglow lights, and it does have a fuse right here. You can see that. It's got its own fuse right there. That's why it's not in the fuse box. Let's take this off. Now, put this terminal back on. Let's put some battery cleaner on this first. should have been a telltale sign with the acid leak and the battery cleaner changing color there, that it was definitely time to change the battery. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's tighten up the 10mm bolt. Make sure that doesn't touch the terminal and it doesn't touch the negative. We're done with battery cleaner. Let's take that glove off. Okay. Put that done. Put this on top. Then let's put this right here. And I just want to hand tighten that for now because I want to put the EMP blocking system back on. Okay. Let's take off the negative side. For the negative terminal. And we're doing it this way because the EMP blocking system instructions state that you put negative on first, then positive. So that's why we're doing things this way. Okay. So let's go ahead and put the EMP blocking system back on. We should not let this positive terminal touch anything, not even the frame. Let's get this started. Okay. Okay, so that side is done. Let's go ahead and finish this up. And if you want to know more about this EMP blocking system, go check out the link in the description below. There's a full detailed review on it. Let's go ahead and cover this up. Now let's get our Velcro and let's reattach the EMP blocking system so there's no vibration or anything. Okay, now let's test this out. And perfecto. Let's put in the BlueDriver into the port down here and let's see what kind of codes we get now. Okay. Let's come here to BlueDriver. It's connecting the sensor. Now, I highly recommend this BlueDriver. I think it's much better because it puts all of those codes that would normally be hard to read into plain English. Okay, so we're all good here. So let's go and look at some of the other things we've got going on here. So you do have a live mode, and let's choose some data sources here. Let's look at engine coolant. So engine coolant temperatures is good to go at 171 degrees. Using all oxygen sensors as feedback for fuel control. So the Tacoma looks good to go. So this thing is powerful. But I'll put a link in the description down below for BlueDriver. About the battery for a minute. So this one in particular, as you can see, is a 60-month battery. They also have an 84-month battery, 5-year versus 7-year. And got this straight from the dealership. This is, it was about $160. The 84-month or 7-year is $209. Batteries are expensive these days, but I would rather pay the extra to get an OEM battery. This battery is good for 18 months. So after 18 months, it starts becoming prorated. So just keep that in mind. And my other OEM battery has lasted me 72,000 miles. So I can't complain. Thank you for joining me today. We replaced the battery and we used BlueDriver and showed how to use this diagnostic tool. I can't really recommend BlueDriver high enough. But thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time.